Greetings, comrades. We continue discussing the views of political parties as we go to elections. About 50 days remaining before South Africa goes to general elections. Ground Up News on the 3rd of April 2024 published the opinion of political leaders on various issues on migration. The next question that we are dealing with in this part 2 video, you saw part 1 video. In this one, the main question which was being asked to these political parties is the following. Many foreign nationals have been living in South Africa for years without the required documentation. Does your party support regularizing their stay? If so, under what conditions? The ANC did not respond to this question. Remember, it did not respond also to the first question, which is in our first video on this subject. The Democratic Alliance says, I read, in order to address future undocumented migration and the current undocumented population in South Africa, the DA will explore the economic cost versus benefit of an e-verification system that will enable employers to check the work eligibility status of potential employees against a Home Affairs database. If feasible, this would mandate employers to verify that a prospective employee possesses a valid permit to work in South Africa. A self-check mechanism must also be provided to allow persons to check their status and resolve any discrepancies. Investigate and drastically improve conditions and treatment at holding facilities for those arrested or awaiting deportation, and prevent unlawful arrests, human rights violations, and a poor treatment of irregular migrants. Provide an amnesty period for all undocumented migrants, giving them an opportunity to either return home and attempt to re-enter legally without prejudice, or to apply for the relevant visa from within South Africa, in brackets, provided they have the required documentation, close bracket. If the application from within South Africa is unsuccessful, then the same rules as failed visa renewal apply. The EFF did not respond to this question, as they did not respond also to the first question, which is contained in our first video. The IFP response, I quote, South Africa is home to many undocumented migrants. The IFP has dedicated a section in its manifesto to illegal foreigners. We propose a 6-month exemption period in which we are in favor of regularizing their stay under specific conditions and subject to our laws. For individuals who meet these criteria, we believe in creating a pathway to legalizing their stay, ensuring they can continue to contribute positively to our society without the fear of deportation. For those who do not meet these conditions, we propose an amnesty period of 6 months to humanly and orderly address an undocumented migrant's status and process repatriation to their country of origin. This includes assistance in applying for the necessary documentation, or, in cases where staying in South Africa is not an option, support for voluntary repatriation to their countries of origin. Our approach is guided by a commitment to uphold human dignity while ensuring the security and prosperity of South Africans. That's the end of the view from the IFP, Inkatha Freedom Party. Then the same question was sent to FF+. Their response was, regularizing is important and illegal immigration should be eradicated through efficient border control. That is the view of FF+. Then Action SA did not answer this question. Remember, they in the first question they referred to their manifesto. Then Patriotic Alliance, that is PA, their response quoted, if they enter the country in a criminal fashion, they will need to leave. If they don't leave, we must deport them. If you arrest them again, they will be criminally charged and jailed. Your question suggested that just because someone has been doing something wrong for a long time, they should be treated differently. Imagine if we treated other crimes the same way. You did end up not prosecuting people who have been defrauding their employer for many years. Or maybe if someone has been robbing cash in transit vans for 20 years, should we say, let's go easy on him? He has been doing this for a long time. That's the end of the view from the PA Patriotic Front. MK Party did not respond to this question, as they did not respond to the first question as well. Then Rise Mzansi says, I quote, would apply the same principles outlined above in relation to the ZEP. That's the end of the Rise Mzansi view. So these are the views of the political parties in responding to the question which was asked, which says many foreign nationals have been living in South Africa for years without the required documentation. Does your party support regularizing their stay? If so, under what conditions? I know many of my comrades who follow us here on TikTok and YouTube, they have various views on the subject. Please feel free to write your own views in this second part of the discussion. In the third video of this discussion, we will be looking into the question which was also posted or sent to political parties by Ground Up News in the article which they published on the 3rd of April 2024. The question is, children born to undocumented immigrant parents in South Africa are effectively stateless. Should they automatically be given South African citizenship? So we'll address this in the third video. Otherwise, please like this video, subscribe. If you're on TikTok, please do follow us. Have a great day. Goodbye.